here to do a book review for The Kingdom of Back. I got this in my OwlCrate unboxing for March. This was their their anniversary, not 50th, I think 5-year anniversary book box. This was this is about the Mozarts. I don't know how you say their name. That's sad because they're kind of super famous, you know, as composition. Mozart. There we go. Everybody knows Wolfgang Mozart for his music, his composition. He's super duper famous because he wrote classical music in the 1700s and it's still around. That is not my cup of tea for a novel. One, I don't care for classical music. I was in high school marching band for 6th grade, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, and then I quit. And I played the flute, but I never enjoyed playing this kind of music. So this was not what I was planning. I didn't want to pick this up, but I did because I got it in my OwlCrate unboxing, and I'm trying to say hi, Charlie. I am trying to get through all the OwlCrate books this year that I get because I don't want them stacking up and I never touch them. So I picked it up, and it's about, actually it's not about Wolfgang Mozart. It's about his sister. Nannerl is what they call her, if that's how you say it. Marie Anne Mozart was her full name. She was a few years older than him, and she also wrote and composed music and played just like he did, and they actually toured together through the country. I had never heard of her until I picked up this book. I thought she was a fictional character until I got to the ending, and then the author note that you get with the OwlCrate from Marie Lu, the author, she was real. She was a real person. She lived till 78 years old, while Mozart, the man, lived till 35. She was nowhere near as famous, would never be anywhere near as famous, because she was female in the 1700s. That's sad. Like, the more I read it, the angrier I got because, you know, sexism, and women weren't allowed to be anything other than wives and mothers. And so she played, she learned, she composed just like he did, but, you know, it was lost in time. Now, there's none of her compositions even survive till today. And that's so sad. What it's about is the Mozart siblings, while traveling on the road, had a story they would tell each other about the Kingdom of Back. That's where the name of the book come in. I ain't wearing my glasses, so if it's not focused, I'm trying. The Kingdom of Back is this place with trees that grow upside down with the roots on top and the leaves on the bottom, and there's a princeling, there's a princess, there's a queen, and they meet this guy who comes from this place, and he is, well, I don't want to tell you who he is or what he does, but he uses their music to connect them to this world, and it's a fantasy story. There's magic, there's mystery, there's very purple flowery writing. Usually I'm not big on the flower writing. I like Anna Marie McLemore, and she's got very flowery writing, and I like Erin Morgenstern, who also very but I rarely pick up a book purposely knowing it's got like the flowery writing, the purple writing that's just musical. And that's how this is written, because it's what it's about is music, and it talks a whole lot about the music. It talks a whole lot about them traveling around Europe, their grand tour of Europe, while they tell this story, while they visit this kingdom, while they create magic with their music, and they visit royalty. And she talks about some of the royalty that they visit and their outcomes, like Marie Antoinette is mentioned. And so it was fun, it was good. It took forever for me to get through though, so I'm gonna give it a 3 stars. It's not, I don't love it. If it wouldn't have come in my owl crate, I never would have picked it up. Let me put it that way. If it wasn't something that was sent to me in an owl crate, it wouldn't have been something I would have bought on my own. And that's not, like, I don't regret spending my time reading it, but if this is your kind of thing, if you love music, if you love flowery writing, if you love historical fantasy, that's more what this is than it's not historical fiction, it's historical fantasy because of the magic, the kingdom that they travel to, and the quests they have to go on, and the tasks that Nannerl has to complete. If I'm saying that right, let me know in the comments. That she has to do for this character who comes from the kingdom of Back, and who's a bad guy and who's a good guy and all that stuff. If this is your, if YA fantasy with historical elements is your kind of thing, you would love it. You could pick it up and enjoy it. So, and I don't regret reading it. It took forever to read, but it was a good book. So that's all I gotta say. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.